During today's status hearing in District Court, Gershman, Brickner and Bratton told Judge Francis Tydingco-Gatewood that the legislature's failure to approve $160 million in Section 30-backed revenue bonds to pay for the consent decree projects means they have chosen the alternative. Special Principal Associate David Manning says if lawmakers are forcing the government to use its general fund to pay up, it will need $1 million a week to keep up with the new landfill timeline. Governor Felix Camacho responded saying that kind of contribution would destroy GovGuam's operating revenues. And while Manning sympathizes with the governor's concerns, he affirms that financing these dump costs need to happen.
Our intent was just simply to outline what the alternative is. We're not trying to negotiate with the legislature. We're not trying to negotiate with anybody. Simply saying we made a recommendation. The recommendation is the right recommendation. It was concurred in by the governor and by many experts outside of ourselves.
Camacho and Speaker Judy Wampat also asked the judge for more time to respond and propose financial alternatives to GBB's report, in which she gave them a week to do so. Meanwhile, Bureau of Budget Management and Research Director Bertha Duenas says she wasn't shocked to hear the $1 million a week alternative because she's heard it before. However, she did notice GBB did base its recent calculations from the monthly cash flow report that was requested from her in December. Duenas is quick to point out any penny or dollar pulled from general obligations will affect any funds that are left.
We've always made known that any impact upon the general fund that is not part of what is carved out presently in the Budget Act is going to have crippling effects on our operations.
GBB also reports it wants to increase tipping and residential customer fees, as well as push recycling efforts to the next level. It plans to roll in a trash card rollout plan from now until November, which will help customers separate their waste and accurately track and charge the amount of trash produced per container. Since the recycling fund is no longer in the receiver's possession, Guam EPA Administrator Laura Lee Crisostomo says they may use the funds to supplement costs to ship out recyclables and help recycling companies out.
It's one of the intentions to be used when the market drops. But as for this year, we won't see that yet because we have to do a reconciliation on the revolving fund. And then at the same time, we have to go approach the legislature to be authorized to use that fund for the money that's there.
Ultimately, the District Court and GBB stresses that no matter what, the Dandan landfill is moving forward. All GovGuam needs to figure out is how to finance the costs. And if the economy continues in recession and gas prices are still low, GBB says those dump costs will be cheaper.
We intend to push the landfill forward as aggressively as we possibly can because we think it's, one, the orders of the court, and secondly, it is essential to Guam's economic and health vitality. By the time we get to the end of 2009, our hope would be to be well underway with construction and be looking toward an opening that allows us to begin the important work of closing Ordot permanently.